Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a video for you guys that isn't beauty, shocker I know, but I am going to kind of go over with you guys juicing without a juicer, because if you on the broke girl flow and you don't have the money to go out and buy a juicer, I think this is super helpful. Even if you have a juicer, you can still use, this is still a useful video. Really, it's just kind of like juicing in general and what I've learned about it over the past few days, but I've actually known about it for a few years. I just haven't ever tried it because I didn't think I could do it without a juicer. So I'll just jump right in. So if you guys have watched any of my other videos, I think on one when I was talking about health and fitness, I was talking about how I watched Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead like probably 2 years ago now, maybe 3, and it was like life-changing to me, but I didn't really implement those life-changing tips that he gave in the video. I just kind of made a conscious decision to try to eat healthier, but I saw on Netflix a few days ago that there's a Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead 2. So I started watching that one and it reminded me like, hey, I should be trying this. So I'm not one for fads, and I know most people will write off juicing as just another fad, but I think that the health benefits are undeniable, and that it speaks for itself, and you can't really just say, oh, like it's just a fad, it doesn't work. It's vegetables, it's fruit, it's things that are just good for you, and if you try it for yourself, you will see how much more energy that you have and like how much better you feel. And if you follow Joe Cross, the guy in Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead, you'll see that all the people who followed him also on their journey. If you just Google it, you'll see so many people who like have had like life-changing results from this. And he said in his video that he himself had like a condition that doctors like could not diagnose. All they could do is help him manage his symptoms, and when he started juicing, it like cured on its own. And then the second one, there was like 2 or 3 other people who had like chronic conditions, and like just it was unbearable for them, and they said that really all they could do is find things to manage it and never cure it. And then they started juicing, and like over time it just, their symptoms just went away. So I think that's really amazing. And so if you are going to try Joe Cross's recipe, he uses 1 cucumber, 4 celery stalks, 2 apples, 6 to 8 leaves of kale, half a lemon, and 1 tablespoon of ginger. So the recipe I originally tried was basically the same, just like had more of all that, and I found it was way too much juice for me. And one of the downsides of juicing is that you can't save it for later because it doesn't have as much nutrients in it. So I was like, okay, this is way too much, and so I drank it, but yeah, it makes a little bit too much. So I kind of am just winging it now on what I know will be easy for me to drink. But if you're going to kind of switch that up from there, which is what I'm going to do, I have found this really helpful chart, and it's called Creating the Ultimate Juice, Green Juice. And so it's really easy steps to take to kind of personalize the juice just for you. So step 1 is to pick 1 base. It'll be 1 whole cucumber and 4 to 5 stalks of celery. This time juicing, I'm using both of them. Step 2 is to pick 1 or 2 leafy greens. I choose kale and spinach because as far as I'm concerned, they're the most nutrient packed. But on this it says you can also use romaine, green leaf lettuce, or watercress. Step 3 would be to pick 1 fruit to sweeten. I would use 2 actually. One of the benefits of juicing is that it's low in sugar. But if you are just starting into this is not pizza, this is not cake, this is not something that's going to be super tasty. It's something you really have to get used to. So if using 2 fruits or even more is going to help you find this more enjoyable and like make it something that you can work into your diet, I would say go for that. So I've been using apples because that's what has been in most of the green recipes, but it said you can also use one grapefruit, a pear, kiwi, grapes, orange, and pineapple. I actually have tried it with an orange too. It's pretty good. And then step 4, you would use, it's for flavor or detox properties. There's 1 whole lemon, parsley, ginger, or cilantro. And step 5, we just need to place it all in the blender. So my kitchen is super small, so you guys can't see my counter space right now. So I'm going to kind of try to get us a different angle to where you guys can kind of watch me make my juice. and what I do to juice it without the juicer.
Alright guys, let's do this. So I am going to start out with some cucumber, and I used half a cucumber. You can use as much or as little as you please, but a half just seemed to work for me, and I cut that into chunks, as you guys can see. And then next I'm going to go in with some kale. I'm acting like I'm doing a makeup tutorial. Kale, that is celery. Anyways, I want to go in with some celery, and this is 2 stalks cut in half. And then that is a whole lemon that I just took the skin off, the peel, I mean. And this is a thumb of ginger, which I use for its detox properties. And a thumb is just like a little chunk of it. And then next is an apple, an organic one, because you should buy your apples organic because they have lots of pesticide residue. And did I say it's a whole apple? It is a whole apple. Next is some kale, some yummy, delicious, nutrient-dense kale, and I'm going to use about 2 handfuls of kale. I'm going to go for that at least because, as you guys can see, I'm running out of room. Kale and apples, I buy those organic because they are on the Dirty Dozen list. If you guys have not seen that before, that is the list of fruits and vegetables that have the most pesticide residue, so you should definitely try to buy organic if you can. Here I am struggling. And then there is also the Clean 15, which is fruits and vegetables that is safe to buy, not organic, because they don't hold as much pesticides. And you guys can definitely look that up, or I can maybe link it below for you guys at the end of the video. It's really helpful to know, so you make sure you're not putting all that nastiness into your body, because who wants pesticides in their system? Not me. So next I'm going to put some water in. You should use from 1 to 2 cups, however little or much, again, that you feel necessary. I don't measure it out. I just kind of feel it out, you know, just feel it out. You want to make sure it's enough though that your juice blends nicely and that you get a good amount of juice, but not too much, because I remember I used too much the first time and I had way too much juice to drink. Alright, and then I'm going to struggle some more with my lid, as you guys can see. And then we're just going to blend this all up, and we're going to make sure that it is super, super blended. Okay guys, so for this next part, I am going to remove the blades because that will just get in the way as I start to pour. Then you're going to want to grab a bowl because this will be a little too messy to do over the cup that you're going to drink out of. And then you want to grab a strainer. This was just a really cheap one I found at Walmart. And then I'm going to grab a large spoon and just kind of start to press the juice out.
Okay guys, so here is my end result. It is definitely an acquired taste, but I'm telling you it's a lot easier than eating an entire bowl or plate full of fruits and vegetables, because Americans only get 5% of our recommended amount, and that's insane. So this keeps you leaner, it gives you better sleep at night, it gives you more energy during the day to get the things that you want done. I think that juicing is amazing. I've only been doing it for like 3 days. I always love to take naps, and I realized one day I had so much energy I didn't even want to take one. So I think this is great if you're on the go, if you're a college student, and it's easy, it's on a budget, and like people always say that eating healthy is so expensive, and it doesn't have to be. Buying fruits and vegetables is one of the cheapest things that you can do for your body. So go out and get juicing, y'all.